Hi everybody, and welcome back to Living Between Paychecks Kitchen. I'm Oz. That's Jack over there.
Yep, over there.
Over there.
Off camera.
He's dying of an allergy attack, so please excuse it.
It sort of sucks.
It's been bothering everybody down here in Texas. It's kind of rough in the summertime. So today we're going to get into another breakfast thing that you can add to just about any meal. You can have it at any meal because the little Waffle House thing down the road has proven that it's one of the best drunk foods in the world. We're going to show you how to do hash browns. Now we're going to show you how to do like a bare bones, easy hash browns. You can put anything, and then we're going to load them up like they're talking about Captain Smothered and all that kind of stuff. So let's get into it. So this one, another super simple. You're going to need a potato, at least one, and some oil to cook it in, and that's your basic stuff. That's one big potato that made enough to feed 4 people. The other stuff is optional. You want to put some mushrooms or peppers,
garlic, cheese,
any of this stuff. That's if we want to do the loaded stuff. We're going to show you how to do that too. Super easy. First and foremost, wash your stuff. We already washed the mushrooms. Make sure to scrub all this stuff down, and then slice up anything. You're going to do it while you're in it. You don't want to be trying to cut all this stuff and worry about it while something's actually cooking in oil next to you. Yeah. You can make it as thin or as thick as possible. Smaller is generally better,
tiny
because it
pieces.
mixes in with the hash browns better. So I did that with this peppers. Other than that one slice that's stuck to my knife, like right there, for some friggin' reason. Yeah. So to get you a plate or something to cut it on, and now get you a cheese grater. Now I don't know what the heck this is called. I use the medium-sized holes. So there's got to be a name for that, but that's just what I use. And then
I've never thought of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never thought of this. I didn't know you could do it.
Grind it down in the thing.
I always wondered how hash browns are made.
I don't know. This is how I make them.
It's kind of
professionals do.
It reminds me of those potato sticks snacks you get in those big jars.
Oh yeah,
and they're greasy.
And they're crunchy.
Yeah.
I don't do those. But watch your fingers when you're doing this. This is horrible. And the more I look at this thing, it really reminds me of this story. Right? You gotta be careful with these things. My stepmom, she made this slide as a kid with 2 pieces of tin. Instead of laying it like this, she did like that, where the lower one was on top. So it just grated her, like it's like it was this thing, just like from her heels to her hips. Apparently, just
skinned. Ouch.
Yeah.
That's
I bet you could take that skin and fry it. That's gross. Okay.
I'd rather not.
So get as much of your potato. Leave that little stump. Don't lose your fingers because this is really painful.
It's not worth it.
I got caught on as a kid. Bang on it. Be careful when you bang on that little spiky part.
It can hurt. It'll bite you.
Just knock that biz loose. Now get you a strainer, colander, holy bowl. Put all these in here, and then you want to wash it. Get all that extra starch off of it. So just run water to it till the water runs out the bottom clear. All right, and then press it. I did this over the sink, but I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. Once you get the water in it, you got to mash on it, and it'll push that water right out the bottom. You see there's still a little bit of water in there.
Yep.
Makes it a little crispier kind of thing.
You want as dry as you can get it.
Right. So get your fire going, medium high, which apparently is where we cook everything.
Yeah, that's a generally
now I use the
temperature.
tablespoon and a half of butter here. Now the recipe called for oil and butter, and when we did that, it
came out looking like
black. It wasn't burnt, but it turned everything black. It was not a good idea. So that recipe is no go on that. Now we put that, mush it around, get the little butter everywhere else. Now the potatoes just suck up that butter.
Yeah, that looked like a lot of butter, but it is not.
Yeah. It was like each batch of these, we ended up adding that and then a little more each time. Now you take these and kind of mash it flat. It makes it easier where it cooks across, across the entire thing instead of little pieces on the edge. So you try to.
You're making a potato pancake. You want it nice and squished.
Now I've never been able to keep them solid like that, right? Like cook them, go to flip them over, and it just kind of splats.
Yeah.
Most restaurants serve them to you kind of whatever, and if they're in a little shape, that means they've been frozen and then fried.
Yeah, they did make that from scratch.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that.
They bought that.
So this is what it is. Don't have to worry about it too much. Like it'll mush back together like a bad guy from Terminator 2. It'll just kind of mush back together. But you can kind of see where it's starting to brown on one side. That's pretty good. This whole thing, it smells like butter and cooked potato. It's really good, but it will be bland, so add salt to it.
Yep.
Now
Add
you
something.
get that nice brown to it, like. That's usually about as dark as I get them in restaurants on the top side of that one. But get you on the plate and then just
transfer it over.
Good to go. Put it next to some breakfast foods or dress it up and eat it like that.
Notice all that butter's gone.
Yeah, it sucked up every bit of it. Put salt on it or it's just going to be potato. Gross. Yep. Now, we put this in here. Now, we used oil in this one.
Just to try another one
Yeah,
method.
just because we had to add so much butter to it. Now, I added the minced garlic first. Now, it didn't show up as a lot. Like, I don't know if a lot of this cooked off or melted, because I know garlic, when you get it too small and hot, it'll evaporate. But when I tasted these, it didn't taste like
The garlic
was
wasn't
there.
there. So use more is what you're saying?
Yeah. You can. I mean, I could have just got most of it now. I did pull a lot of this out. Like, I put all our vegetables in this one, started cooking them down so we could do 2 batches.
That might
with
be
the other
why.
one with the oil and whatever. I would suggest that I would have just put it all in here as just one big thing, but we were trying to do the 2 batches to do the oil and butter version, so I went ahead and pulled half of these out. I wouldn't have done that, but like I said, it went weird with the oil and butter,
Yeah.
so we're not telling you to do that.
Nope.
We'll show you a picture of what it looked like later, but I'll let those cook for 2 minutes. Like I said, I went ahead and pulled half of it out to do for the other one.
Saute this. This is how your stir fry starts now,
Right.
everybody. If you're having a
And then just
hash
you
browns
put the
stir
hash
fry.
browns by your hand, just right on top. Right? And they have to be perfect because you're going to flip them around a little bit and mix it up so it's not just
Yeah.
all vegetables on one side. Right? Or all different vegetables and then all potato on one side. It's
Yep.
the root vegetable, I guess. You should have stirred around and then tried to make you a little
make your
patty out of it.
mess.
Yeah.
It's hash browns. It's gonna
Yeah.
do
Just
this.
as long as you don't eat it with ketchup. I mean, eat it with whatever you
No.
want. But there was a friend of mine, Kale. He'll be watching this one. He set me up on a double date with him. His girl that he was seeing was that's gonna set me up with her
Yeah.
friend, and she ate hash browns at this restaurant we went to with like 3/4 of a bottle of ketchup in it. It was like ketchup soup with a little bit of potato in
that's
it.
awful.
It was the nastiest. I had to take the menu and prop it up in front of me where I couldn't watch her eat. It was nasty. So don't do that.
Don't
And
drown
kale,
in
yes, I
ketchup.
still remember that crap. Now, this you can see as you flip it over, and it starts to brown a little bit. That oil sticks in it. It makes it look really oily. So when I pull it out, I put it on a paper plate with the paper
Paper
towel
towel.
on it. Just
You want to drain the oil off any excess.
right, now you can flip it over like I'm showing here, like do this fancy restaurants, but you'll end up throwing food all over the place if you're not trained at it, practice at it, and I'm too broke to be wasted food. Now this one, it got brown where the vegetables are. You can see the mushroom there through the middle of the thing and the onion to the right, where it started caramelizing, looking brown, and looks burnt, but it's not. Now, busted out some just regular bacon bits, not the crunchy ones. This is the actual
This is
bacon
real,
stuff.
what they call real
No,
bacon.
this little
bits?
thing, don't eat that. No matter how delicious it looks, don't eat the little papery
Just
square
put
thing.
that to the side.
And then take your cheese while it's just sitting here. Right, don't lower your heat or whatever. Just take your cheese, put it directly on top. Don't stir it up, mix it, because then you'll end up with just giant cheese ball in the middle of some
Yeah, your
potatoes.
cheese is going to be the glue here.
Which
It kinda
doesn't
helps
sound
hold it
bad.
down.
Like a giant
Cheese
stuffed,
potato ball.
yeah, like a tater tot with a big thing of cheese in it.
Stuffed
And then once you
tater
get this on, it'll start melting around the edges, right? Pull that bad mamma jamma off. It'll hold the heat, and you're done. There it goes, and it costs like next to nothing. Like this
Yeah.
is like
This is one
dollars.
potato.
Yeah, it was one potato and fed enough for 4 people. You can kind of tell if it breaks apart. You can put this next to eggs, bacon, and stuff. We didn't want to reiterate that. Like I said, perfect hash browns for like $1, like at the most. Now this is the one that we're talking about. Like it turned the potatoes brown for some reason. There you go. We had to do hash browns and some loaded hash browns at the house. Scattered, topped, whatever you want to call it. Yelled at, bullied, thrown against the wall. Whatever. I actually just put it down there. Let us know if you try this. Be sure to write it down in the thing. Be sure to click the little subscribe button and the little bell. I'm talking with this, but to get updates on when we put these up. We put these up on Tuesdays and Fridays on YouTube. You can also find us on Instagram at Living Between or at Facebook at Living Between Paychecks there. We've also been putting this over on Pinterest. So if you want to find us over there, you can find us at Living Between Paychecks there too. And we'll see you next time.